Good evening, Gills fans, and welcome back once again to Gills in the Blood TV for another match day live. Tonight is Kent Senior Cup quarter-final, a game that probably wouldn't jump off the page at many of us in normal circumstances, but tonight is not normal circumstances, as we are travelling over to the Gallagher Stadium, home of our rivals and a team that we have not played competitively in 26 years, I believe. 1992 was the last time we faced them. Yep, it is Maidstone United away tonight. Just about to meet up with Stocky. So before we get moving and getting into the ground and start getting some team moves, we're going to do the same as we did on Saturday and have a look at your tweets that we've been finding today in the build-up to the big game. Slight change of plan for parking. Unfortunately, we're now running a bit late because the free parking that we thought we'd found was permit holders only, and I don't fancy getting clamped for 100 notes, so going to be a bit of a walk into the ground now, but we should still make it in plenty of time. Stocky. Yeah. What are we thinking tonight then, pal?
We've already spoke about a team, haven't we? It's a bit of a strange one. I mean, obviously, we didn't know that they were trialists.
What are we thinking?
Strange team.
Looks like Red Cumble centre midfield.
Yeah, we can't quite work it out, can we? Even.
Three trialists.
Three trialists,
Frank
yeah.
Musa, heard of him.
Yeah, he's the only one I've heard of.
Are.
I don't know what the other two are like, but we just have to see how it goes and just see.
Naby Nasseri or something.
Never heard of him.
From Birmingham, not a clue. And Reece Murphy, never heard of him either.
No,
so.
never heard of him. So we'll just see how it goes.
Strikers
really.
playing.
Yeah.
List, Wilkinson, Nash, Cundall, and this Murphy lad.
Yes.
Score prediction?
Well, with 4 strikers playing, hope it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to go 3-1 Gills.
Beautiful. Right, let's get in the green. These are on the board. 1-0 down here. Just after we started to get back on top, hadn't we? I thought we was a better side for the last 10 minutes.
I think they've
had more shots than us.
Anything to do. I mean, Nelson.
A couple of crosses and that's it.
At him, but they've had more shots and looked more threatening than us.
Been pretty sloppy with it as well, haven't we, in the middle of the park?
Yeah, it's looking very disjointed. Reece Murphy's looking very good player though.
But yeah, he's been good. But apart from that, like you say, it's a bit top heavy, haven't we? But yeah, 1-0 down, work to do. Gills the level after 40 minutes. Is it deserved? I don't think it is.
I think the last 5 minutes we've picked up a bit, haven't we? We've actually tested their keeper a few times.
Good deliveries in the box.
Deliveries. Overall in the first half, we haven't been good enough. We've been forced out. It's been anonymous.
Old Dave has been really poor. Liam Nash has done well for the goal. I think it's his shot though to keep the save. But we're not sure. You think it's Cundall? I think it's Reece Murphy. But someone's nodded it in.
On the line
and the main thing is it's level just before the break. Half time here at the Gallagher Stadium and it's 1-0. Weren't great, was it?
Weren't great at all. 35 minutes, didn't have a shot on target. We had
you wouldn't have been able to differentiate between who was the League One side and who was the non-league side.
They looked a better team in all honesty. They had a few decent chances, quite simple saves for Nelson. Then they got the goal and I think they have been on top. Our midfield's been anonymous for me. Musa looking the best of the midfield central three at the moment.
Yeah, we said he's not had a lot of the ball, but he's been tidy enough with it and he's worked hard. It's just how long he'll last in terms of fitness, I think, isn't it? But for all the Darren Oldacre fans, unfortunately, he's been absolutely anonymous.
Yeah, and a free kick that near enough cleared the stand.
Yeah, we've got that. You'd have seen that by now, Gills fans. That pretty much summed up his half, unfortunately. It was closer to me than the net, and I'm a good 40 foot from the goal, so... Reece Murphy though was bright up top.
I like the look of him. He's got a good touch. Looking to bring others into play, which when you're a trialist, I don't know if he's been training with us for a few weeks, but he looks to have formed connections already. And
he was better than Wilkinson as well, wasn't he? Let's be honest,
Liam Nash is another one in a similar mould to Darren Oldacre. A lot of fans calling for him to be included based on last season, but for me, he's flitted in and out of the game and like the team.
Fairness to Nash, though, he's playing out of position.
Yeah, he is playing out of position.
He's playing at left wing back for anyone who's not seen the team, but he's involved in the goal, wasn't he?
Yeah, he done well for the goal. And it was Murphy that got it, not Cundall, as I originally thought, so apologies for
Twitter
that.
have said that it is Reece Murphy, and I think he deserved that. So he seems big enough to be able to play with his back to goal, but he seems quick enough to be able to run in behind, which is good as well. So it is absolutely freezing.
Yeah.
I cannot feel my hands. I've got a nose that resembles Rudolph, but the main thing is we're level. Can we go on and win it? I think we can go on and win it if we sort ourselves out. But we just look very top heavy, don't we?
We need to sort that midfield out. The central midfield being overrun, in my opinion. Maidstone are getting in too easy, and the reactions aren't there for some of the players as well. I think some of the players need to pick it up.
Do you think we'll see this third trialist? Is it Nabil Nassib? Might have to come on for Musa, might he, if Musa starts playing.
I don't know where he plays, but I think he'll have to come on, because otherwise...
it's pointless if he's on trial, if he just sits on the bench.
No point in just sitting on the bench, is it? It'd be good to see Simpson as well. That could lead to a change in formation possibly as well, Simpson came on.
Yeah, again, the other one is if that Murphy ties, you could then put Nashi right up top, couldn't you, in his proper role, give him sort of half hour up there, but we'll see what happens in the second half. 20 minutes to go. I'm not sure what Stuart Nelson's just done there for that goal.
I'm not sure if it took a deflection or not, but it looked as if it kind of
looked it took a nick, yeah, and then it looked like he was just seeing it over the bar and it's dropped in the top corner.
To be fair, they had the ball on the right hand side. Three of our players were sucked straight to it and they just played it to the middle and the guys had a strike, whether it's taken a deflection or whether it's a good finish.
It was just his body language seemed like it was comfortably going over the bar, didn't it? And then suddenly it's nestled in the net.
But for me, like the first half, it's been coming.
Yeah, it has, yeah.
One team was going to score, for me it was going to be Maidstone. Because we haven't done enough. I don't think we've had shots.
No, we've not been good enough again.
And the system's all over the place.
What system? I don't even know what it is, to be quite honest. But yeah, 20 minutes go 2-1. Right, we've just left the ground, Gallagher Stadium, and it's finished Maidstone United 2, Gillingham 1. Wasn't very good, but before we talk about the game, Stoppy, what has happened with some of our supporters, we'll call them,
I don't know whether they've got caught up in the moment because it's Maidstone and they've had a few drinks, but quite frankly, it is absolutely embarrassing, and some of our supporters should hang their heads in shame as far as I'm concerned. You've got players on that pitch like Stuart Nelson, who's won the league for us, been Player of the Year, and people are leaning over the fence, making offensive gestures towards him. It's a glorified friendly, for crying out loud.
And there was a steward stood 3 yards from him.
Yeah. And you're abusing players that are contracted to this club that would give their all. Nelson wants nothing more than to play for Gillingham at this moment in his career. And he's getting idiots, quite frankly. They've had a few drinks, got caught up in the moment of a glorified friendly, abusing him.
And then a section of our supporters tried to mount the tarpaulin that divides us from the home supporters to well, I can only assume to try and have a fight.
Yeah, I mean,
it was laughable.
It was like trying to climb on a bouncy castle. That's being slowly deflated. Like there was no chance they was going to get to Maidstone fans at all.
And then, right, now we've got to talk about the game. We were bad, really bad.
Awful. I don't remember. I think their keeper made one save second half?
Yeah, from Elliot. No, first half from Elliot List. That's the only one I can remember, which led to the build up to the goal. But apart from that, I can't remember anything.
He wasn't really tested second half.
Oh yes, he did make one second half. Sorry, you're right. Click Kundle, he pushed it around the post.
Quite frankly, some of these players on the fringes, you know, there's a reason why they're on the fringes, and there's a reason why they're not being played, because
meant to be busting a gut to get in the first team. No chance on that showing.
No, none of them, based on tonight's performance, can knock on Lovell's door and say
demand to play. No.
Yeah, put me in the starting line-up for Saturday, because they weren't good enough.
And again, and we don't like to go on about it and sound negative, but for all those that think Liam Nash and Darren Oldacre are the answer, quite simply they're not on that showing, because Nashy, we said at half-time, was all right in patches, but he didn't do anything second half.
Nothing second half.
And then unfortunately, his performance was summed up at the end, when he had the ball in loads of space, they just punted it out for a free throw-in over the far side. And Darren Oldacre, that is one of the worst central midfield performances I've seen.
Lost possession too easily of the ball.
Free kick, he punted it into the stand. Just too casual with it all the time.
I made a comment before Murphy got taken off that if a neutral was to watch the game and look at our strikers, Wilkinson and Murphy, and they had to guess which one was the contracted player,
you couldn't tell.
You would have said it was Murphy.
Well, yeah, you'd have got it wrong.
Yeah, you would have got it wrong, yeah.
So, in terms of a man of the match, I thought this is how bad we were. I think our two best players were the two that were on trial.
Yeah, I agree.
Rhys Murphy and Frank Musa.
Frank Musa, I thought he was steady first half. He seemed to grow a lot more into the game second half. And
got a lot more on the ball, didn't he?
Yeah. He looked like first half he was more breaking up play and making last-ditch tackles. He didn't really get on the ball as much. But second half he actually showed what he can do with the ball as well, and I thought he was technically quite good.
Yeah, it looks like he's left-footed as well, so that'd add a bit of balance if we do bring him in. And Rhys Murphy, we said at half-time, worked hard. He looks like he can run in behind. He was big enough to hold it up and link play well and deserved his goal. Right, we're going to do what we started on Saturday now. That's your 5-word match reports, so we'll have a look at a few of them. But yeah, it weren't really good, and we're out of the Kent Senior Cup. Right, thanks to everyone who sent them in. As always, it is appreciated. As always, thanks for the support, thanks for watching. We're sorry we couldn't bring you a better result or a better performance, and until next time, up the Gills.